Welcome to my living room. This is the piano where I do all of my playing. Wanted to take a quick chance to just show you in real time some of the things that we had talked about in this article, and also just demonstrate for you some of the things I do to mess around. So when you first learn to play, you might be doing simple things like simply making some noise in the piano, exploring the keys, learning how they work. I modeled for you earlier in a previous video here using black keys just to sort of improvise. And how simple that is. I, sitting at the piano, sometimes sit and just make things up based on the things and experiences that I've had. Something like that. Or I might do some like improvisational things jazz-wise. I'm not very good at this. Love to have more time to be able to learn how to do that well. I wanted to model for you briefly the kind of thing you would see if you're just a beginning piano student. This is something that my daughter did very early on. Something very simple with black keys, learning to play like this. Once again, the difficulty of the task matching her skill level. And of course, she's well beyond this at this point, but that's where it starts. And then, of course, you very quickly get to things like this, which are very exciting for beginning students because it's something they recognize. That melody was composed by Mozart, by the way, in case you didn't know. It comes from one of his sonatas. Eventually, you move up to the point. Which this is something that I do frequently when I'm just messing around, this is Flight of the Bumblebee, a very famous piece. And I will sometimes sit and just, I've never played this before, so I'll sit and try to figure it out. So this is what that looks like. Let's see here. And it's too difficult for me to do both hands, so I'll switch to one hand each. Now, eventually as a student, you might get to the point where you graduate in difficulty to be able to play things like this. Once again, another famous piece, the Fur-Elise. Very, very soulful piece from Beethoven. A lot of him inside of that piece of music. Once you reach that level, which doesn't take very long, you can do things like this, where you pull out at your holiday Christmas party, and all of a sudden you've got a sing-along. Sorry. Lots of wonderful ways to just relieve stress when you're in your living room by yourself. There's no pressure. You don't have to perform for anyone, and you can just play with what you want. I spend a lot of my time doing things like this. This is a piece by Brahms. It's a piece I would love to have time to learn and get it up to performance level again. But for right now, I'm just trying to figure it out. So it looks like this. It's a great chance for me to just engage with the music. I can work on it and get it better, and I'm not worried about messing up or it doesn't sound right because there's nobody here. Well, except for you, of course. Now, I spoke to you being able to experience the soul of people in the music. This is a piece by Chopin that I know fairly well, and he just has such a passion as a person, and we hear that in his music. So this is one of his preludes known as the Raindrop Prelude. I'll play just a little bit for you, and I want you to think about as I play this, what kind of person would create and compose something like this? So there you see, and I didn't play it perfectly, and I have no need to because that's not what this is about. But you hear that passion, and what a great opportunity it is for me to also feel and express and go into that music and be present with him. And of course, I know lots of people don't like classical music. There's all kinds of music you can do this with, and I'd love to show you. I love Broadway tunes and jazz tunes. A lot of that is stuff I can't play for you because it's all under copyright and whatnot. But in your own living room, nobody cares. And so you can go and do the music you love. I wanted to finish by showing you this piece, which is something I learned a long, long time ago. And occasionally I'll go back to things I knew. This is a wonderful example of cultural music. This is Artem Khachaturian, who is an Armenian. It's a piece called Toccata. It's very cool. It sounds really strange because it's a very different this musical style that comes out of Armenia, which is a part of Russia. So just listen to a bit of this to close, and just think about the wonderful opportunities that are out there. I love this so much, this chance to be a part of this music and just the world that opens up to me. And I hope that that this inspires you to take an interest in that, whether it be the piano or something else. Good luck, and I hope you get the chance to experience what this is like. Here's a bit of the Toccata by Artem Khachaturian.